It's an early morning review for us. We don't normally do these things. I don't normally get up without coffee or something.
Coffee.
That's what we forgot.
You're talking dirty right now.
I know, man. We should have thought that through. We failed. But where we didn't fail was on the Morbius movie.
Yeah.
For those of you that haven't been watching the channel for the last couple days and weeks, Mark and I got the opportunity to go and watch the Morbius movie preview screening, shall I say? Premiere screening? Premiere screening.
Same, but different.
And again, that was all thanks to the amazing and wonderful folks at Iconique Brands. Iconic spelled with a Q-U-E. Iconique. I think it's a nice way to emphasize the end of it. Iconique Brands. So Michelle and team, thank you so much. It was a humbling experience because I'm probably going to digress a little bit here before we get onto the movie, but it was just nice to see them again, to interact with Michelle and her team again. We managed to bring our partners and spouses to the premiere, and just people commenting and coming up to us and saying, "Hey, you guys do that theasylumpod podcast." I was like, "Oh wow, you watch?" Wow, that's humbling. It's nice to know that.
Cool.
Yeah, some people do actually click on, have a view. So if you are finding your way to the video, click like, smash like, whatever they say nowadays. And if you like what you're watching, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, etc. We're not TikTokers yet, but maybe one day we'll figure that thing out.
We're not very social media.
We're not really orientated or geared for that, eh?
Yeah, but we're learning, so...
If anyone wants to do it for us, drop us a line. But, so, I think we said it the last 2-3 times, and I think it bears repeating again. Just the organization, it was so smooth, so slick.
And what I like, dude, is, I know I've said this before, but you can tell it's like... There's a bunch of fans going because you can tell like the vibe, and everyone's like more excited and clapping and screaming for like the film and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and like everyone stays after the credits because they know like,
it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah. So, which is cool, and it's got a different vibe. And then it's obviously Michelle and them do the prize givings, and they give like the little prizes away and stuff.
And some amazing prizes. So again, I'm going to encourage any and everybody. Follow the stuff, follow Iconic on all the social media platforms. Look out for these events that they do. They don't just do the premiere screenings. They can help organize Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, like overseas and stuff.
Yeah, to all the international cons. So there's a great reason to connect with them. All kinds of affiliations with big brands out there. I mean, they were giving away PlayStation stuff, prizes for those that were lucky enough to attend. A nice association with the Funko people, so some Funko Pops for all that ever in attendance.
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, those Krispy Kremes.
Dude, I finished my popcorn like before the movie started, and I was like, oh, a donut.
That Krispy Kreme just makes it, and wraps up the whole thing. So, and there was other things in that goodie bag too, skincare type things, and that's why I assume from other affiliates and partnerships. So. Folks, going to the movie for me is an experience, and I think they just make it a better experience. It's all the stuff that you get and the crowd in particular that you're there with does make it a little bit of a better experience for me.
So we will put the links in the description below.
Flashing them up on screens. Yeah,
Doctor Strange is coming, which is going to be a big one. So
again, they're doing a premiere for Doctor Strange, so start looking out on their social for that.
Yeah, and tickets will fly. I think so.
I mean, this flew. When you look at the space from when Iconic said they were going to do the Morbius premiere to, how those tickets sold out before the event itself.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think Doctor Strange is going to sell out like that. Get your tickets. Come join us at the premiere. Let's move on to again, a spoilerless review of the Morbius movie. Mark and I will film a follow-up clip and put that on our channel a bit later with our deep dive impressions, commentary, etc. But for now, just a high level, hopefully to get some folks excited about the movie. What were your thoughts?
So it's always tricky for me, spoiler versus non-spoiler. But overall, I thought it was cool. It was okay, but it was predictable and safe. Like they didn't try to take too many risks or anything like that. The visual effects and the action scenes that were there were really cool.
Yeah.
But, and also Jared Leto, surprisingly for me, he was fine. He wasn't mind-blowing or bad. He was fine.
Maybe in line with that whole safe thing. He wasn't exceptionally extravagant or eccentric or anything in his role. He was just playing a normal doctor, driven doctor, shall I say.
You did say this off camera, but I do think, like us comic book guys watch movies different to like the general public.
Yeah.
And I know that this is maybe an excuse, but I do think Sony is still finding their feet with their like universe, because even Venom wasn't perfect, like.
Well, neither was Venom 2 for that matter.
So, but I do think they're heading in the right direction, teaming up with Marvel and stuff. But also, if you look at even Marvel with like Eternals, I know you haven't watched it yet, but it was also a very safe movie, and it feels like they're paying attention to setting up bigger things in the future, which is cool, but also they mustn't lose sight of like the movie right now. So, so again, like I think the cool thing about Morbius is I liked it. It didn't blow my mind.
Yeah.
But I think it can only go up from here. In
that's
the
a good
future.
comment. Yeah, I think you're right. I think in the last easy 5 minutes or less of the end of the film, they do drop a lot of hints and things of what potentially is going to come without spoiling too much of what actually happens. But 100%.
And what I would say, dude, is like, I don't know if it's like agendas or how it works or whatever, but like on the net that I've seen, people are slamming it, man. Like they're saying it's like the worst movie ever. I'd encourage you, go watch it and make up your own mind.
I did not feel it was the worst movie I've seen. Yeah, it on what you said, it wasn't the best. It didn't blow me away like those Avengers films did, or in any way, shape, or form. But I enjoyed it. It was a nice watch. I mean, Tammy, who got to come with and join us, and Kira came on your side there. Tammy's feedback to me was she doesn't normally go to movies because she tends to fall asleep in the movie. She doesn't really immerse herself in it, and she often falls asleep. And Tammy made it all the way through to the end, which is like, I took that as a good sign. And she said she thoroughly enjoyed it. She was like, she said I had fun. She loved the graphics, the story. It wasn't a movie she would normally go and see. She said like it's comic booky, so there's a lot of far-fetched stuff out there, but she was open to it, and she said she just enjoyed the film. So for someone who's a non-comic person, has no clue about Morbius and that world, and she enjoyed it. So I think there is something there.
Yeah, and it's interesting, the 1 or 2 reviews I watched, someone said that like they felt that the pacing was rushed in the beginning, and then some people said they felt it was dragged out. Now, like, you see, I was different. I felt like the pacing was fine. They were just getting through this is establishing a story, and it was quick, like, the age growing up, blah, blah, blah. But I thought that was fine.
Yeah, you didn't need to dwell on it. Yeah. You got the idea.
And then for me, when it got to the middle to the end of the movie, when it ended, you know how it ends, obviously. We're not going to tell. But I was like, oh, but I was waiting for more. Like, I was like...
Yeah, I had the same feeling.
So I wanted it to be longer. I was like,
I had the same feeling, and I don't know if that's a pacing thing or just, a different way of telling a story that wasn't 100% how we're accustomed to it. But I think from an origin story, it
and like
tick the boxes.
I know we've said this already, and I'm probably drilling it in, but like I said, it was safe. But what would have been nice, and this is like maybe where we can get more into spoilers later in the other video.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool because I'm sure you guys have seen the trailer. It has got the vampire like horror aspect. Yeah. And it would have been cool if there was like this something that like caught you off guard or you didn't see coming, or it's like what? Like a dark twist or something.
Sure.
But the story right from the start to the end, like again, you could see exactly what was going to happen. It was pretty predictable.
I agree with you on that one, 100%. No surprises, and as they were setting stuff up in the beginning, in my mind, I'd already gone, okay, so I think this, and...
I've seen the story before.
Yeah, 100%. But give it a watch, folks. It's definitely a watchable and enjoyable movie. I think I would give it 3 bats out of like 5.
I was actually about to ask. Yeah,
I'm using bats as
I'm gonna
or fangs, whatever.
I'm gonna be kinder, and I'm gonna get 3.5. I don't know if we're allowed doing that.
Yeah, why not? Half a bat. Ozzy would be down with that.